Alright, it's your boy Zae Lorenzo, the owner of Maximo Apparel and many other things, and this is my story.
All right, for everybody who don't know, I'm like, tell them where you from.
I was originally born in Miami, but I grew up on the West Bank.
Okay, so growing up for yourself, I'm like, how it was for you.
Kind of the same for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, a little struggle here and there, you know what I'm saying? Same thing, you know what I'm saying? The streets was always near, you feel me? But thank God I had a loving family and a strong team of friends that kept me away from all that.
Gotcha. So growing up, who was who was some type of who was some like fashion brands that actually inspired you to actually it actually think about going into the fashion world.
Um, it wasn't really like no particular brand. It was just the experience of going shopping and couldn't get what I want. You feel what I'm saying? Like growing up less fortunate and stuff like that. My mom would give me like $20 and send me to Marshalls and stuff to get a whole outfit with $20 type shit. So like, I had to really go piece by piece every holiday and get what I could get for real.
Gotcha.
So that what really made me like get into the fashion world because I wanted to actually help change that.
And so you weren't buying that. I'm like U.S. on Polo, huh?
Nah, I wasn't buying none of that. I was buying the right stuff that I could afford. I never faked it till I made it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I became old, I realized like U.S. Polo wasn't real. I thought that was I thought Marshalls and like T.J. Maxx was like the stores that was like getting like the older stuff.
Yeah.
So one time I wore one on like U.S. Polo. Somebody told me in school like that ain't real Polo. Yeah, I didn't know.
Nah, you can't be wearing no USA Polo.
Oh, I know now. You're too old to be doing that. They sell them at Walmart now. Gotcha. So for the people who don't know, you want to tell them, what high school you went to and how that experience was for you?
I went to John Everett. My experience was, student athlete, played football, soccer, and I got scholarships and shit to play soccer in college and stuff like that. So it was just like, the life of an athlete.
Right. So for the people who don't know, can you tell them, about your heritage because like if most black people don't because most black people don't play soccer, but like a lot of Hispanic them be like play that hard and they really be good.
I'm Afro-Latino. All my people come from Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? It's really not no soccer background. It's the baseball background. But, I had a friend in elementary who kind of introduced me to the sport, and that's what brought me to soccer.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't realize how big soccer was until I got like to high school. I had a friend. He had a clue line as well, but he was good in soccer. That boy Dooley, he had fly pedestrian. He used to be into soccer. I was like, well, I didn't even know people play soccer at.
Facts.
So like, if you could bring it back, like, but would you would have went harder with the football or the soccer?
Regardless of anything, I always wanted to make it in sports to do the fashion. You feel me? I wanted to be that athlete because I knew sports wasn't lasting forever. So I wanted to do the sports to give me the platform to do the fashion stuff.
So in your mind, you always knew you was gonna become an entrepreneur.
Yeah, for sure. Because I always wanted to be a businessman.
Gotcha. So like after high school, did you go to college or you just jumped straight into it?
I went to college. I tried it. I didn't like how it was real political, and I wound up getting kicked out for real of the school I went to for soccer because I got into it with the superintendent because they offered me things and I wasn't going for nothing. I wanted what y'all promised me, and she wound up kicking me out of school, and I had to stay in my partner car for like a week until I got home, and it brought me home, and I just got on my grind.
Gotcha. So like staying in your partner car, like, do you think that really like made you who you are? Like, man, I promise to like never do nothing like this again.
Yeah, it made me realize that you gotta have full control of your situation. You feel me? Like even athletes don't have full control of their situation. You feel me? Even the best of them. Um, and one of the only ways you can have full 100% control of your situation is if you become an entrepreneur. But even then, you don't have 100% full control. Like like still taxes that have to be paid and stuff like that. So as long as you do what you're supposed to do, you'll have the control.
Right. Yeah, because you always owe somebody.
Yeah, you always owe somebody. Ain't nothing free in life.
Gotcha. So talk about controlling athletes, and also talk about being an entrepreneur. Most people think entrepreneurship is easy. They think like someone might be watching this right now, man. Dude, them selling clothes is easy. I'm about to try that too, just thinking it's just gonna go. So like, what's your advice to like the entrepreneurs and the fashion designers like now, just looking at you like, man, them dudes had it easy.
How I put it, there's some truth to that, but you're also right too. Like if you got the determination and the patience and stuff, it becomes easy. You feel me? But all that come with time, understanding that. You feel me? Because I feel like nowadays when the new kids do it, they get instant gratification from Instagram and think it's gonna be like that forever. You feel me? But there's always ups and downs. I came in a time where social media and Instagram, it just started to pop. So I had to really do like I had to really text people or like, go around school selling shirts and stuff like that with my friends and stuff like that and, get up off the ground. So I wouldn't really say it's too hard, especially when you got the passion for it like I do. But it's hard if you don't have discipline. And a lot of people don't have it. That's what make it hard for people. People do it for the things that it bring, not for, they do it for the love, not because they love it. You know what I'm saying? And I always did it because it's what I wanted to do.
Gotcha. So, coming back home after sleeping in your friend car, hey, but did you get a job or you just like, man, I'm about to start my business?
I try to go to school again.
Okay.
And that didn't work. I ended up like always distance class to go to the mall and shit like that. I dropped out of school again and got a job at Nouveau. That was kind of like slow and rough for me. And then my mom, she called me because I ended up winding up getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I got arrested for some shit. And I wound up, my mama called me. She's like, man, I got this job for you. You can come out here in Houston. In Houston, work at the plant and stuff. So I started working at the plant for like 8 months. And then I started in the summertime. Once the wintertime came, it got cold. I'm like, man, it's too cold for this. So I wanted to go on to work and just quitting. Like, just right then and there. I dropped everything, came back to New Orleans and was like, this is what I'm about to do. I ended up staying on my other partner's couch this time. And, it took me 8 months to get a job because I knew I wanted a certain job. And I went back to work for Nouveau, but this time the experience was different because, shout out to Rami Cali, he kind of took me under his wing and showed me like the in and outs of the retail business and stuff. But this time I was still doing like, the Maximo stuff and stuff like that. So, everything lined up. He gave me the opportunity to put it in the store. And from that point on, it was like all gas, no brakes.
Gotcha. And y'all still in the store? To this day?
Yeah, we still in the store still to this day.
And that's dope. Anyways, with moving forward, So I'm like, what year did you start? I'm like Maximo.
2015.
Gotcha.
Like the beginning, like in February.
So I'm like, what year would you say like, man, you realize like, man, but we doing good now?
I say like 2015, cause it was like
It started off good.
It started off good. Like I remember one time I'm chilling at home. This when I was staying in Gretna. I was me and my partners kicking and we smoking and stuff. I wound up like I released something. I ended up releasing something, and I fell asleep. And by the time I woke up, I had so many messages that I sold everything that I released. Feel me? Like people just come and pick it up, and I knew right then and there, I'm like, yeah, this it for me. Like I found something.
Gotcha. So the first time I realized, I said, man, them dudes own something. I say, man, they have an advantage far as New Orleans fashion brands that other people don't have. Like y'all still have family in a whole other country that actually, I'm like, wear y'all stuff,
The facts.
and you probably got family in Miami that's wearing your stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
like a lot of people might not know if you're only here that if you have resources in like different cities, it's a faster chance that you will actually become, I'm like, global.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, we get a lot of love from Houston, Mobile, Alabama, Atlanta, Orlando, Dallas, the whole East Coast for real, in the South. Um, yeah, that really helps though.
And so how many stores are y'all in?
Um, roughly like around like the 40s and the 50s, around that ballpark.
And so how does that feel?
It feel good. You know what I'm saying? It feel real good, but to me, it's like nothing changed for real. Like, you
But
feel
you
me?
want more.
Cause like, I'm not one who really get on my high horse and think that this is it. 'Cause that's why, yeah, you're right. I wanted more. That's why I started another brand. It kind of got me more grounded and got me back to my roots. I took it like back to square one. Like when I released it, I put it in stores, but I was like, it didn't feel right. So I took it out of store. My new brand, I took it out of stores and was like, I'm about to start this like somebody new. Like, like somebody will come into the game. Like, I started doing pop-up shops and I just started small.
So for the people who don't know, I'm like, what's the name of your brand new? I'm lying.
USA LOREN.
Okay. So like, but what's the difference from Maximo brand and your brand new brand?
Maximo was like, the concept came from me like finding myself. So I'm trying a bunch of new things, different things. And, like, it was kind of like my mentality, like when I was like, a little bit younger. My new brand is kind of like a representation of me finding myself, my unique style, and just trying to really show my talents. You know what I'm saying? That I could really do fashion at a high level.
And so if it's your brand new brand, you trying to put that in, I'm like Saks and different places like that, if the high end stores.
Nah, I'm kind of trying to probably go like an independent route for real.
Okay.
I'm gonna still mess with a few stores, but I'm gonna really try to go the independent route with that one.
But are you gonna hit up? I'm like fashion weeks, anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually thinking about doing my own.
Okay. Hey, so let's get into the real question of fashion. I know people probably watch. It's like, hey, so I'm like, what are some of the highs and the lows of it? Because everybody just think everything's sweet. Everybody think that you could just order from overseas and it's gonna come on time, or like I heard some people got jacked out their package. So anything could liably happen. So like I want you, I want to hear from you. And like, what are some things, but that you actually I'm like went through?
Not knowing that, like like you gotta really have like your garments on point, and like with that being said, like how it fits, the way it's shaped and stuff like that, you gotta be real accurate. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know colors, and just little small details like that. You gotta just be real on point with your ordering process, and it's like I go through the same thing everybody else go through. You know what I'm saying? Human mistakes, self doubt, things like that. Like even at this level, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta really talk yourself out that, and tell yourself that you're human. You make mistakes. All you gotta do is brush it off and keep going. You feel me? And and you gotta tell yourself you're the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Even at your lowest moments.
Okay. And but with that being said, but what do you see? I'm like both of your brands going. I'm like next 3 years from now.
I see Maximo still growing like it's growing. It's a nationwide brand. I see that going real international in the next 3 years. USA LOREN, I see that going like real crazy, like in the industries, like the sports industries, the music industry, like just a different tier of fashion. So I see that like going like the Paris Fashion Week route and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So in the past maybe 5 to in the past 5 years, I'm gonna say for sure, like New Orleans fashion, like the whole like the whole fashion world of New Orleans right now has been on the rise. Everybody doing what they have to do, like to make people know about it in New Orleans. So, like, with that being said, where do you see the direction of New Orleans fashion going?
Um, I see New Orleans becoming one of them staples. You feel me? I'm real proud of the city and everybody doing. Even though we all don't get to talk and chop it up, I'm proud of everybody for real. Cause it's like they don't have a city where everybody really wears the local brands. You feel me? Like everywhere you go, you see M-Line, you see Loyalty Club, you see Skis, you see Maximo, you see USA LOREN, you see Hemadisa, you see everybody. Like you feel me? Like and it's just a beautiful thing to see because a couple years ago it wasn't like that. You feel me? You'll see 10 Deep, Billionaire, Boys Club, Ice Cream, and stuff like that. But now you see like everybody stepping up to the forefront and really taking over, and they're starting to take over other people's cities as well, like Houston, Mobile. Like you feel what I'm saying? So it's just a beautiful thing to see for real.
Right. Yeah, but the dopest thing I like about down here right now is you don't see too many people wearing like real designer no more. They like rocking like everybody down here, and they might rock some Gucci or Burberry shoes, but they gonna rock like a full
Yeah.
like designer from New Orleans. And I'm like, man, that is kind of dope. Cause like every other city, but they still kind of dress the same. It's like you can tell who got money, and you can tell who got like regular money shopping at city trends, cause they don't really have too many designers in all them other cities. But like, they just show you a lot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing because it really helps the community. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it kind of helps camouflage that who got what, and I feel like it's a good thing even for the wealthy people because it's like a lot of people ain't in your business. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real beautiful thing to see.
Gotcha. And also, as far as with your brand, I'm at Maximo, but y'all was actually helping. I'm like a lot of artists, but actually before they made it. So do you want to but name some artists that you kind of saw from the beginning, like man, but you kind of knew they was gonna get hot.
I wouldn't say like help because them dudes got their own little talent and stuff like that. You feel me? I don't really want to take
Right.
nothing from nobody.
But you put them on it, you put them on the
But-
platform as well, let
but
them rap different
Yeah,
things.
I already met Nino like when he was already buzzing, so I can't really say too much of that. But like I knew like once we got like acquainted and stuff, and I went to the studio with him that like he was that. You feel me? But one person that like I met early in his career was Rob, and just his character and stuff like that. You knew off the dump like he was gonna be big. He was gonna be who he was. Like I met like Lit. He another one I met. Like I knew he was gonna do his thing, and hopefully when he come home, he get back on his stuff and he take off.
And I also just seen one, every y'all just dropped one. I'm like brand new artist, probably like a few months ago, I think. Or he just came shopping over here. I'm like Baby K.
Oh yeah, Baby K too. Baby K hard. Yeah, that's my people and them at Smoke Some. They really getting behind him and really pushing him to to see what he could really do. I feel like he got the talent to take it to the next level as well.
Gotcha. So you speaking on Rob, like did you actually see Rob becoming the superstar that he became?
I knew it. Like I knew it, bro. Like I knew it. Like he just had too much structure in him. A lot of shit that niggas don't got out here for real. Like you feel me? And the music went with it. And I remember one day I was in here and Black Migo came and he showed me. He was like, "Man, we got the one." I was like, "What you mean, got the one?" And he showed me Vulture Island, and I was like, "Yeah, this the one. Like this the one." And it just took off for him. I'm really happy for him. Like for real, for real.
I ain't gonna lie, you, but I wrote him when, as soon as I first saw him and Travis Scott perform, it was the twin song. I said, man, you jumped to a whole nother level. But you rich forever now.
Right.
Like if you could go to a festival and perform for all the white people, you rich forever.
No, for real.
Yeah, he was a whole nother level. And also even Rob actually doing what he's doing for the city, he's actually helping with the fashion brand as well. Like he helping all the fashion designers, like showing like the world actually what New Orleans has to offer.
Cause they go hand in hand together. Music, sports, and fashion. It all goes together.
Gotcha. So but we was talking actually. I'm like before the interview, and you was telling me, man, that if they got like a lot, if they have like a lot of brand new like fashion designers coming. So you want to name any of them like for people who'd actually be on
Um,
the look for?
I feel like right now one brand that's bubbling right now is Skish. They're really like coming up to like that forefront of them of the big like that top level. They coming up there for real. But like a lot of the young dudes, I say like they got Bob Bari. My partner just dropped a brand called Valerie. Um, they got that Bull Department stuff from that dude Shane. I never met him before, but I see him making a lot of noise too. And they got another one's one of my favorites called Choir, and they do some crazy stuff. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
That's what's up. And I tell people not like everybody talk about the crime in New Orleans, but I say that they need to open up a big old like youth center and like put a studio and some sewing machines and like print machines and like cause like and the kids not I'm like looking up to like doctors and lawyers and all that no more, but they looking up to these fashion designers down here, the rappers. Like I'm talking about our kids here. I don't know about in every other city, but the fashion designers, the rappers, even the people who do what they do. But the kids looking up to, and even matter of fact, but you also have like a whole other business you're doing with the dogs. People looking up to them as well. So like,
Yeah.
how did you get into the situation with the dogs?
So it really started. My girl wanted a dog, and you know, I told her like, all right, cool. We get this dog. We gonna have to start a business because this, them Frenchies high. So like, we gonna have to make some money off this dog. And she was like, all right, that's cool. So one thing led to another. One of my partners started giving me like basic knowledge on it, and then I'm in the store chilling, and OG Booby Black came in here, and I was telling him, he was like, man, what you up to? I like, I'm about to hop in the dog game. And he was like, wait, he like, hold that thought. He started calling somebody, and when I got on the phone, it was Ox. You feel me? And then he was telling Ox out. He like, man, nephew right here trying to jump into the game and stuff like that. You got anything you want to tell him? And then Ox was like, man, let me see your dog. So I showed him a picture of my dog, and he was like, yeah, that's a good start right there. What you about to bring her to? I said, I'm about to bring her to a fluffy. He like, yeah, you about to have some fluffy carriers, huh? So like he kind of really like gave me the blessing, like, yeah, man, jump in the game. If you need anything, hop in there. And there was like a bunch of like guys that got some nice camps in from New Orleans, like John from 985 too. They all gave me their blessing and stuff, and it supported me and stuff like that. Also, my dog from Exotic Lifestyle, he me and him grew up. We went to middle school together, and we just like be rubbing elbows and sharing information and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So I'm like, what's the average day like for you dealing with the clothing, the dog, like everything?
I wake up in the morning, brush my teeth and stuff like that. Then I go clean all the cages, let my dog out, let her use the bathroom, feed them. Then I take a shower, get ready to get dressed, head to the city, open up the shop, and then I get it popping from there.
Gotcha. So I'm like, what's next for you?
Next for me, right now, they got a real estate development company that reached out to me called Rare Kings LLC. They're trying to help me build my real estate portfolio, into the millions by this time next year. So, I'm getting into that. Then it's just, taking the fashion game to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff in store, and gonna really get back into the community and help these younger guys get to where they need to get to.
Right, because that's basically what I was saying earlier. Like because the brand new kids now they're looking up to y'all. So I think but the more y'all keep doing, the more the kids gonna be like, man, but I want to be a fashion designer too.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then, I always tell them like it's possible for you. Don't look at me like I can't, like you can't reach out to me and I ain't gonna help you. Cause I'd rather help the younger guys than the guys my age for real, because they're the ones who gonna really like changed the game for real. You know what I'm saying? We kind of like on our last couple legs, so fuck.
All right. So the crazy part is I look at at the dope thing right now, like all these kids getting their parents to spend this type of money, and I'm like, man, back in the day, my mom wouldn't even buy me a $5 T-shirt. So it's kind of dope that these kids buying these shirts from like local designers, supporting for like 50 these shirts $50 to $150, and their parents
The
like,
crazy
man,
part,
get what you want.
the crazy part is, it's not even the kids, it's the parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The parents love seeing it. You know what I'm saying? They love that their kids admire what everybody doing, and they just want to support it because the kids ain't looking up to no drug dealers, no crash artists. They looking up to real entrepreneurs and businessmen. It's not even just us; it's the makeup artists and everybody. Parents really support. You know what I'm saying? Positive things.
Right. Yeah, I seen for the prime. Them kids are lit.
Yeah, them kids is lit.
Yeah, gotcha. So, you know, with that being said, last but not least, tell the world, I'm like, and where can they find you on social media and everywhere else?
So my page just got hacked. So my new Instagram is just Zae Lorenzo, no dot, no underscore, no nothing, just straight Zae Lorenzo. You can find my kennel page at Hurricane Exotic Kennels, and you can find my brand page at Maximo Apparel and USA LOREN.
Gotcha. All right, we done.